Hey everyone, this is the collective reading for Monday, January 21st, 2019. And, well, there's a chord. Gotta love these things, eh? Hang on, let me see what's going on here. All right, we got this. All right, this is a collective reading, so if something resonates that is awesome, please let me know in the comments. If something doesn't quite make sense, you can ask for clarification. You can book your own personal reading. Or you can let it fall away. Hey, Loyal to the Royal. Long time no see. I feel like I haven't seen you in like a week. Hey, Danny. Oh my goodness. It's Mike's birthday today? I thought it was on the 9th. No, I didn't know that. Mike, if you're watching this, happy birthday. Hey, Jenny. Guys, this is a crazy awesome full moon experience. Loyal to the Royal, you've been going through it. Oh my God, this is what came up. So guys, again, this is collective. If something resonates, fabulous. If not, let it fall away, ask for clarifications. Guys, if you hang out to the end, you might get your own personal card pull. And also, if you're new, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I'm going to be doing your reading. I'm going to be interacting with you, and we're going to see what is happening in the comments because it's its own world when it comes down to it. There'll be all these things happening in the comments. You'll have the leprechaun septuplets and the leprechaun countess. It's a thing. Yeah. Okay, so we're kicking this reading off with, hi, Mom. Yeah, well, okay, so we're starting this off with Angel Therapy from Doreen Virtue, and guys, this is what came up. I know that this is going to be a funky time. So we have Shield Yourself, Release, Emotional Sensitivity, Throat Chakra. Hey, double digits. Good job, Danny. Don't kill me. It's negative double digits. Be willing to forgive. So, guys, a lot of things are coming out of your life right now, and these are all, oh, hey, Mike. See, I knew it was on the 9th. See, Danny, on the 9th. Ha, 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 ha. Anyway, happy belated birthday in that sense, Mike, but I already knew it was on the 9th. So, okay. All right, so we have Shield Yourself, Release, Emotional Sensitivity, Throat Chakra, Be Willing to Forgive. All right, what is happening with this? A lot of things that we've been holding on to for the sake of holding on to, for the sake of familiarity, that is just drifting out of life right now. And you gotta let go of those cords. It is not comfortable. We are so conditioned to believe that these connections are supposed to be solid in our life because of the title and because the emphasis behind them. That's not the case right now. So this is really being cleared away because of the wonderful new opportunities and the reconnections that are happening in life. Now this can be whether new friends are coming in or old friends, but I know you can't help yourself. This is such a thing to be mindful of. I've been having that with people who I've had codependent relationships with in the past. There's so many things that I, in this moment, want to run back to, but it's only because it's familiar, and stepping into something I don't know, I have no idea which way that's going to go. But the back to it is, all right, this is unfamiliar. This is something new that we can grow with. There was no growth in the other compartments, whether it was romantic or family or friends or even business ventures. All those things did not have growth. They were steady and reliable, but there was no substance underneath that really suited you and suited your growth. So you want to, life is just pulling that away from you, and you really need to be brave to let go. And I have to remind myself, constantly, be brave, let this go. There's something better and more fruitful for you to step into right now. So with what's coming into play, yes, you can have all these reconnections happening. You can have these new opportunities for business or love or friendship, or you might even be finding your soulmates among this. And soulmates can come in many forms. Soulmates does not have to be romantic. This can be soul tribe, and this can be, let's lose titles, but whatever resonates with you, twin flame, soulmate, karmic, all these partnerships are something that is, really in a potent sense stepping into play right now. So be open to the unknown and the receiving. And when you are feeling something, and it's not fear-based, but when you are feeling the urgency to do something, investigate it, see what that's about. Speak your authentic truth in this. In any sort of blow, that's really not serving anyone at this point in time. So, with these reconnections that are coming into play right now, what is something that we need to work on? And this is forgiving. Either it's yourself or holding on to the connection for so long, or forgiving the time that was separated between you and this counterpart, whatever the connection was. There's forgiveness because the ending was abrupt, or the gravity of their part in it was taken away. This is time for actually leveling the playing field, and it is not easy. It is not fun. It is a pain in the arse, but these are all things that are coming into play right now. So the shield yourself part, what is standing out to me about this is the whole going back to something just because it is well-versed and well-known. Again, you want to run to it. I know I do, but it's not going to serve you. So shield yourself that compressing energy. You're going to kick yourself if you go back to it, because you'll realize exactly you are going back to the same detrimental situation, and it is something you just don't fit into anymore, if that makes sense. I'm getting lost on the words. I feel like today has been a constant getting lost on words. Does anyone else have that going on? I don't know. When I did the live reading with the Zen Ed Academy earlier, you know, I was doing the readings, I was having a great time, but I kept getting hinged on the words. So, okay, that's where we're kicking off the reading, and now I want to see what daily guidance from the angels has to tell us. So again, guys, if you are just chiming in, let's see. Thanks, Danny. Yeah, I know. It's a thing. I am working with some amazing people. I've met some amazing, oh, thank you, Danny, that's so sweet. I've been meeting some amazing people and connecting, and it's just a time for flourishing. So yeah, I think in the last week I've 23 new subscribers, and I really love that you all are showing up to the occasion. So please let me know where you are in the world and say hi, hang out, see what's up. Yeah. All right, again, oh my God, guys, this is so funny. This is so funny. All right, a lot of messages coming through, but all right. Okay, remember how in the beginning there was, you know, well, the angel therapy. This literally just happened. So remember how it said, be willing to forgive? All right, opportunity to forgive. 2 separate shuffles, did it on camera, you saw everything. What are we forgiving? What are you forgiving? What are you working through? Who is coming back into play in your life to the point where you really have to put the ego and pride aside and that fear of rejection aside again, or just the fear of them being a complete punk? What are you putting aside and listening to? What are you so afraid of hearing? I know what I could potentially be afraid of hearing, and it doesn't even have to be a romantic connection. This is really just, again, we create these storylines in our head, we create these characters, and it's because we don't know what's going on in the counterpart of this. They come in, it's like, oh God. Hey, Hoko. So listen without judgment and without any sort of reservation. Just let it flow through you. And you know, you even showing up to the table, them even coming to the door, carrying a bottle of wine for all I know, it is bravery on both parts, because you could throw them under the bus, metaphorically. I'm not actually saying that you're gonna physically throw anyone under the bus, but you can slam the door in their face and they could just never show up. But both parts in this are showing up bravely, trying to break a cycle, and I really see it happening. Hey, John. Hey, so John, say hello, let me know where you are in the world. Today has been a long-winded day of amazing readings with Zen Rose Garden, a lot of store work, and now I'm doing my lives. So guys, we are getting into the flow state, and it is perfectly natural to assert boundaries. Maybe it's for self-preservation, but it's mainly because you, the watcher watching this, have overextended all that energetic output to try and preserve whatever the situation was, whether it was trying to preserve a career or a loving connection or this idealistic family that you have had for all these years. But again, this is respecting the boundaries of your energy. You can't overextend yourself anymore in this. If someone is constantly taking from you, then you have to give them the wall to take from. They can't take any more from you. You don't have it in you. You've learned too much, you've come too far, and to put those boundaries in place and to respect them in yourself is not a disservice to you or anyone else. It is a huge empowerment to you and the counterpart. Oh, you're in Las Vegas. I'm in Las Vegas. Hey, everyone. All right, so this is gonna require a lot of compassion on your part, compassion for yourself. And I was saying this a lot in the earlier reads today, and I'm gonna say it now. Putting yourself on a pedestal and practicing self-loving care. You really gotta pamper yourself. If you gotta spend a day in bed watching junk TV, eating junk food, having a big old glass of wine. I was gonna say bottle, but really, what are we encouraging there? And that's what you gotta do. So listen without judgment. And after you get out of that little pampering session, which I do feel is gonna happen, step into the flow state, step into the stream, see where the shores are see where the water is taking to what distant shores, that's what I mean to say. Take off the boundary of how amazing your life can be. Say yes to opportunities, and if something doesn't quite click into place, if something seems off about it, investigate what that's about. And that has been happening so much recently. It's really just filtering out what is true to you and what is fake, and it looks so different for everyone else. I hope that doesn't sound vague. I don't mean for it to sound vague. Happy full blood moon, yeah. Well, I'm having some water. No red wine here. Actually, my friend Heather earlier, she's one of the CEOs of Zen Rose Garden, amazing woman. I was on the live with Zen and Academy earlier, and I'm doing the readings, and she comes in and she brings me like this miniature wine glass with maybe half an ounce of wine in it, and it was the funniest thing. So of course, being natural, I kicked it back like it was a shot of whatever, and yeah, proceeded to act more inebriated than I could possibly be on camera. It was really funny, but I love it. It was great. So again, stepping into the flow state, listen, this is really a time for you. I know that you want to have these walls up. It is so safe for you to have these walls up based on past experiences, but really, just if you have it in you right now, listen openly, listen without judgment, without expecting someone to screw you over again. It's completely done with now. It is like, this is just done. This is new chapter, new platform, and there's so much high energy behind this, such purification going through this. This is what you got. I really love it. There's so much stepping into the flow state for you in this. I want to know, what do you have to work on in forgiveness? What do you have to work on in boundaries? Ask your guides. So what are you asking your guides right now? And guys, again, if you are new to the channel, hang out to the end. I am picking 5 people, first come, first serve, for personal projections. If I happen to miss you on this turn, on the Badass Academy of Zen Rose Garden, Wednesday mornings, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or the Sunday reads at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can always reach out in personal message. So take your pick, or you can simply let it all fall away. It's all good. All welcome, all acceptable. Ooh. Balancing the scales of judgment is happening right now. So really, this is, all right, first, let me take care of that. We have judgment, family, shame, leadership, gifts. Okay, What have you learned and what have you been honing on in yourself? What did you take that was a weakness and create it to be your strength? And that can be something as amazing as vulnerability, because that is considered, hey Cassandra, to show something that is such a nurturing quality about yourself in the yesteryears used to be seen as like a weak link in the chain, and that is not the case right now. You are displaying something that is so, I almost want to say the word pure about yourself. You're showing that purity of yourself, knowing that something cannot be taken from you, that it is something that is an empowerment to you, and it actually gives you this, this little, oh God, what do I mean to say with this? This little extra assertiveness with you. Oh, well, you wanna know what? I think that he totally, I loved his live. I watched the whole entire thing. But Danny, I would love to see you on live, because you already actually did a live. You did a live on your Twin Flamer page, and that was awesome. I love your face persona. Yeah, it rocked. So Danny, you are already well versed in lives. I love being live because I love interacting with you guys. So just know that. Guys, again, if you are new, say hey, see what's up. All right, so gifts, leadership, shame, families, and judgment. So a lot of you guys are working out the kinks of your family, you know, just because you have a blood tie to someone, or if you are in a commitment, and it's a commitment based on falsehood of each other, then that is something that you can actually put into perspective. So you are seeing a lot of people step away from commitments that have been really just dragging them down and breaking them down as a person. And it's not to say that, you know, either person is toxic individually, but as the connection goes, it just becomes this toxic environment. So you're really seeing people step away from the considered norm of the public, well, of the social structures. You're seeing people step away from that and actually picking and choosing who is in their family, who's in their tribe, who's their soul family. That is what you are seeing people start to build into, because this is seeing the strengths of one another, seeing the compatible life paths of one another, and really just coming together and building on each other, and which is this newfound strength that you are seeing in amongst the collective. So you're seeing group 1, group 2, group 3, and it's not condition 1, condition 2, condition 3. Yeah, no, I absolutely loved it. So don't worry about the shame behind this, because it is such a conditional shame. It is such an exterior imposed shame. Don't worry about the judgment, because judgment does not actually alter your movements. It doesn't actually have, it's not the mind control of which hand you reach out with. All of it is just process, shame, projection, if that makes sense. So you're taking the leadership role in your life. You can't have anyone live your life for you. Oh, I love it. The fanboy going on right now. So again, no one can live your life for you, and you can't direct anyone else on how to live their life. It would be such a disservice to you and whoever that was that, you know, there's this wedge being driven in between right now. It is a healthy wedge. So, you know, absolutely own your direction and be completely confident in doing this. So I hope that that made sense. Where are we going now? Which way did he go, George? All right. That didn't happen. Pieces in reverse. Don't be afraid of how the cards come out or how they lay. It's how the story mirrors as a whole. Yeah, I love it when half the deck goes flying and I'm like, should I read all this? No. Danny, I absolutely love it. I love it. Exchanging gifts. I feel like that is, I think that's one of the keynotes of our relationship, Danny. You know, being my soul brother, you are this amazing reader, this amazing, funny, and soulful person. And I think that that is how you and I have built off each other. Mending, come to the edge. And I want one more. Oop. But I don't want it to fly. Why does it have to fly across the room? Why can't it just land in my lap perfectly? Ugh. Breathe. And I want one more, but I would like for it to actually land in my lap, if that's cool with everyone. All right. You don't have to push everyone away for the sake of your own safety. If it's either all or nothing, and that doesn't need to be the case in it. I think my mascot wants to come in. Oh God, please. You wanna know, if let's add to my baskets. I love it. You coming in? Come on, Blue. Cats, let me in. I want to go out. All right, guys, this is Blue's debut. The most magnificent kitty. Smells like a fire. Well, not like a house fire or anything, but like that burnt wood smell, being by a fireplace. Hi. So, I know that this is a huge discomfort. We are letting our anxieties get the best of us. I knew that I had like a mini panic attack earlier. It wasn't, okay, it was mini. But just wondering if the work I'm doing is going to actually, the work I'm doing is enough, if I'm connecting with enough people, or if I'm actually doing what's right, if I'm saying the right thing for them, because I don't want to drag them off their course, or I don't want to say the wrong thing. So it's really like a trust building thing. And the whole thing behind it, how I squashed it was, I know that I would never say something to another person to break them down. I would never want to take away their power. Yeah. But also, to lie to another person doesn't change an outcome. All it changes is your credibility. And I know that about, cause and effect and everything like that. So I already know that I would never do that to a person. And that's something that a lot of the collective needs to be aware of too. All the fear that's happening right now, it's really superficial fear. It's nothing that's based in the substance of you. You are so much stronger, smarter, and braver than you actually realize. But before you get to that precipice where everything just kind of cracks and falls into place, you're going to be met with all those fears, and it's up to you to actually see it as it is, see it for the sullen little creature that it is, and squash it. All right, so this is you breaking that precipice. Yeah, you are the vessel of information. You are the vessel, the tool, the wonderful person that you are, the wonderful thread in life that you are. So this is a huge time of exchanging. And I can say that I've seen so many people connecting, so many people reconnecting over the last few weeks, and just really displaying that growth that they have gone on together, and really seeing the compatible lifelines coming into play. Yeah, absolutely, Danny. So this is a coming together ceremony, whether it is you and a divine counterpart, or you and a soul family, or you and a career path. It's coming together. It's not your imagination. This isn't a shallow endeavor of yours, and that's really important for you to know. So, Blue just jumped on the table. I love Blue. All right, come to the edge. It's time. Everything has been coming up to a head, so really you are cracking the surface. You are ready to jump in. You've acquired all the know-how and all the tools necessary for this, and what you just experienced was the last blip of self-doubt, and now what you are going to see before you is all your work paying off, all these connections paying off, all that forgiveness paying off inside of you, and that's actually amazing. So don't put yourself into solitude just before you get to the finish line. There is no solitude. You don't have to have it be all or nothing, overextension, or just going into complete isolation. That's not what you're doing right now. Take a breath, have your day of rest, and then get back to the grind. You've been doing amazing with this. I've been seeing it in all the readings. I've been seeing it in the physical public when I actually am walking about and I see people, either meeting up, or I can bypass a conversation and hear little blips of it. There has been so much, oh, thank God, there you are. I love that. I truly do. So again, don't quit before the finish line, because there is no other option other than your growth. Hey, Andreas. All right, guys, we're gonna go to love. We're gonna look at single looking, reconciliations, and already established partnerships. And then afterwards, I'm going to do 5 personal projections, and then I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna sign back on for the week projection. Oh, wow. I love it. I love it. All right. But I also want one more, which is, I feel like it's the separation card that's going to come out. No, say free to love. But fine. Hey, Jessie. It's okay. You want to know what? You know where it has the little red line at the bottom of the screen? If you tap it, it'll show that little red dot, and you can scroll back in time and then watch it as the show normally progressed. But if not, you can always watch the replay. Hey, Alexa. All right, so we're looking at single and looking reconciliations and already established partnerships. So we have the Princess Bride card in here, because every time I see this, I always say to blave, which means to bluff, of course. All right, we have passion, calling in your soulmate, to blave, to bluff, very soon, and it is safe for you to love. So what is going on here? All right. If you are single, then you've probably been single for a while, but this is because you have not let anyone in. You have taken a call to solitude in, well, I don't know if it was celibacy or any of that, nor is it any of my business, but I feel like you've been single for a while. I think I might have another mascot who wants to come in. Maybe Aria wants to come in. Hang tight 1 second. Oh, no. Blue wanted to go out. Monkhood, I love it. Okay. So, we're looking at, okay. There is someone crossing your path. You let down your guard and let them in. This can be a relationship that really goes the distance. It vibes really amazingly. Compatible storylines. I feel like there's no red flags, which means that you are going to want to look for red flags, which means don't. Be cognitive completely in this. Be in the moment and really get to know them, because I feel like this is a homecoming feeling for you. Well, I haven't gotten to the personal call yet, goofball, but Alexia, hang out, and it's first come, first serve. So I will keep in mind that you'd said that, and we'll see where this goes. So if you're talking about reconciliation, then you don't have to keep them at bay. I get that this is probably an on-again, off-again partnership, and I do see that very soon that you will have the option of coming back together with them. You've been thinking about them, they've been thinking about you. That's really sweet of you, Alexia. All right, the passion is always there. You guys, you're gonna be it's almost gonna be as easy as breathing air for them to come back into your life, and it is bravery on both parts, but you have to be brave in this. The connection's there. It's as strong, if not stronger, than it was before, but the counterpart in this has gone through a huge awakening, and I feel like they were dragged right through the mud, and now it's just like they are fallen before you, and please hear me out. I love you and I miss you, all those things. So the passion is being reignited. Little thing in the air. All right, you're safe. They're not playing games with you anymore, and even if so, you'd catch them immediately and kick them to the curb. So if this is talking about already established partnerships, then you guys are having a huge reignition of passion, and that there is, all the gloves are off. This is going to be a huge physical time for you guys. And I feel like you guys are probably just gonna go have fun together, go on vacation together, and get your freak on together. That's a thing. But, all right. Yep. This is after a little bit of a dry spell, but the passion was never gone. So I feel like you guys just threw down your gloves and now we're going to go and be how a couple should be. I hope that that made sense. This is what came out. I'm going to call the reading at 30. And Alexia, do you have a specific deck in mind you want me to use, or do you want me to just go where I'm being pulled? Hey, if you guys are just chiming in, say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. I see I have 11 people in right now. It's pretty awesome. Hey, guys. And I can't find the card. Okay. So, all right. So for you, I don't know what your romantic status is, but I feel like it is single and looking, and that there is a partnership coming into play for you. Again, you look for the fault and so you can prepare yourself for it, but all you have to do is put yourself out there. I feel like there is love that is yours for the taking, very safe and nurturing love. I feel like you need a counterpart who is not so set and, well, not so, I feel like you need, well, not need, but I feel like the counterpart coming in is someone who is not curt. I feel like curtness has been a problem in the past. It really just comes off like them being a tactless jerk. That's not what you're calling in right now. You've done a lot of this self-evaluation, self-nurturing, self-caring, self-loving to call in a companion that is actually very nurturing, very solid in themselves, and balance. Balance is huge. They don't need to overcompensate for anything in their life. And I feel like that this is going to be a huge release for you. So one more card, please. A kid at heart. That's awesome. You deserve someone who doesn't take themselves so seriously. You know, we all come into life. We're not getting out alive. This person understands that and just wants to make the most of every single day. And you want to, if they want it for a while, and it is now starting to actually come to fruition for you. So I hope that that made sense. Who would like the next personal projection? And Danny, if you start screaming memes, I'm going to be upset. I don't have any memes on hand. Did that make sense, or do you need clarification, Alexia? Hey, Andreas. All right, do you have a specific deck in mind, or do you want me to just go where I'm being pulled? Because where I'm being pulled is daily guidance from the angels. All right. Oh, Danny, I adore you. Okay. Okay. Huh. While your prayers are being answered, you have more work coming in, and this is actually going to, I feel like this deals with modeling. I don't know what that's about, but I feel like this is creative projects. You express yourself through body, and it's actually both, it's incredibly beautiful, incredibly intricate, but it's still innocent all the same. It is like you are this pure and beautiful art piece, if that makes sense. Your love is your display. But you do have new projects coming into play, and you have complete say in what happens in these. And I feel like that is a big empowerment for you. I feel like you are the CEO of this new platform that you are stepping in on, and it all has to deal with you, and it involves a lot of playfulness. I don't know what your ideas for business have been, but I feel like it is not as serious as how you stepped into it. I feel like you've developed enough name for yourself to where you can actually call the shots, and what you call for right now is just, you know, a little bit more, a little bit less structure and more playfulness, more innocent playfulness, but still very beautiful, if that makes sense. All right, so who would like the next personal projection? I think 10,000 miles wanted one. All right, so you're welcome, Andreas. So Danny and then Jenny. All right. Hang on one second. After Jesse, I'm going to call it. Eek. 10,000 miles or more, my own true love. Whoops. All right, remember the movie Fly Away Home? You're welcome. All right, so this is for 10,000 miles, to be fair. A leg up. All right, so 10,000 miles. This is what you got. To be fair, a leg up, yang, all that glitters. Well, actually, yang came out after all that glitters. So you are completely demanding control of, I feel like, business right now. All your career work involves you taking control over everything. You're not letting anyone have any say in it. You feel like they are going to completely let you down, and really you have to step up or step aside. I feel like that is something that's been ingrained into you. You don't have to do any of that. You do so much work as it is. You do everything. I get it, but really you're starting to put way too much pressure on yourself. You need to alleviate that pressure and ask Source for help with it, or ask Source to delegate some of the work to other people, and trust that it is going to be fulfilled up to your likings and that you're not going to be let down in this. You don't have to do everything all at once, because not everything is meant to be perfect for you. You don't need to have everything be perfect. Sometimes the best things happen at fault, if that makes sense. So give some of that responsibility away. Trust that it is going to be fulfilled, and trust that it would be better to give some of it away and have that little different view, that different power and key point. It would be better if you try doing everything yourself. So I hope that that made sense. You are a constant work in motion, forward momentum, and not power hungry, but control hungry. You don't want to be let down. I get it, but you're not going to be let down in this. So Jenny Gonzalez, for you, well, it's Jenny, then Danny, and then Jesse. All right, so Danny, unless you have a certain deck in mind, I'm being pulled to this one. Well, all right. Now it's Jenny, then Danny, and then Jesse. All right, I think I got it right. So Jenny. Let's see what comes up. Thank you. Oh man, you know what? I think that this is part of what the collective is doing, because I'm getting nearly the same thing for you, Jenny. All right. You've been feeling this the last few days especially. I feel like tons of anxiety and pressure that you've been putting on yourself. You know that you're in the transitional phase. You're trying to force it through. You're trying to have everything, all your loose ends tied up, everything in its place. You want to be ready to lunge into the next chapter, but this is really, you're just hurrying up and waiting. Everything is happening in divine timing. You can't hurry the next chapter of your life. You're already getting there perfectly. This is part of the regeneration. These are the final discomforts before everything just kind of spaces out. You don't have to do everything by yourself. There is co-creation at play right now, but you're taking that right away from other people and from other opportunities. You're not ready to jump into the next chapter. I know that you want to. I know that you feel like you've learned all the lessons right now, but really there's still more purge experience that you will be going through within the next, I think, even 48 hours. So when you get to that point, where you feel like you don't have control, where you're anxious ridden and, oh, you're doing an underwear commercial? That's awesome. Congratulations. Okay, so the regeneration thing, you are going through a renewal right now, but you still have the purge to go through, the final purges to go through before you are completely leveled again. And again, you can't hurry this up. You can, this is part of co-creation. You don't have to have everything done by yourself. Let others and let other opportunities step in to help you through this. You doing everything by yourself isn't making it go by any faster. I hope that that made sense. You're just simply not ready for the next chapter because it's not time. It's not that you lack the tools or anything. It's just that there's a few more things that need to be done. Even if you don't have it in this moment, you still have the few purges that are coming through. So I hope that that made sense. This is what came out. It's the regeneration time. And holy hell, I've been experiencing that too. Again, earlier I had like a mini, almost panic thing. But it's not comfortable. But when you realize it for the lack of substance that it is, it helps it go through a little bit better. All right, Danny boy. Let's see what comes up for you. Broseph Stalin, Bro Chip. Ooh. Energy, very chakra being cracked wide open. But you knew that. Guys, if you are new to the channel, check out Northern Comfort Tarot. He's going to be premiering some videos in the next few weeks. And, well, it's Danny. He is awesome. He's my Canadian soul bro. And again, if you are just chiming in right now, this is the part where I give personal projections. I have one more after this, and then I'll be pulling it, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. Actually, I'll see everyone after because I'm doing the week projections, so hang tight. Fated events happening your way. Let's see, cleaning up your side of the road right now. So I know that you are feeling really anxious. You wonder what the hell is going to be purging out and what you're making room for right now. But this is fate. Spiritual awakening, spiritual big jobs, as Gemstone Tarot would say. And as Rambling Mike would say, you can't get to heaven unless, I think it was, you can't get to heaven unless you've been through hell. It kind of equated to the star card, but it all flows back into the stream and goes where it's meant to go. I'm misquoting Mike terribly on that one, so I already know that one. But, you know, I kind of equate this to the fated star card. You've gone through hell, now wait for some heavenly times. And this was in reverse. I know you're holding your breath. You're pushing it back as long as you can, but it's time to actually let it go through you. This is going to be wonderful. You are the star card. You know, my birthday is represented by the star card too. But I'm in numerology, I'm a 22-4, so that's a master number breaking down into the numeral 4, which is about practicality and foundations, I think. Yeah, I have to look at it again. Yeah, awesome, Danny. All right, so Jesse, it's your turn, girly. Or guy, I don't know which one you are. I have a cousin named Jesse. He's a dude, so really, I have no idea. But Jesse, it's your turn. So for you, I'm getting daily guidance from the angels. Jesse, you gotta treat yourself. Okay, you have acceptance, sealing love, Cupid, and reward yourself. So, okay, you've been passing a lot of tests where you could have completely repeated cycles in the past, and a lot of karmic cycles you could have repeated, but you took the difficult road, which was the right road. You faced all those shadow parts of yourself. You learned truly what it is to be part of self-acceptance, seeing all your faults and what was considered a fault, and truly seeing yourself for the art piece that you were. Everything about you, everything that makes you you, everything that you have been through is purely strength and empowerment, and it really set you off to a huge success story. So I hope that that made sense. You have gone through the ringer. You have broken so many old cycles that really take a break, quit while you're ahead at the moment. You can get back to the grind, but treat yourself. I hope that that made sense. This is nurturing that inner child, and go have some ice cream if you can. I absolutely love it. So see only love. Everything that you've been through, everything that got you here was purely a test to your strength, and you passed everything. You didn't fail. Oh my God, Danny. All right, guys, I'm going to be signing on again in just a few moments for the week projection, so stay tuned till then. But if you are not going to be joining me, I'll see you tomorrow for the Tuesday reads. So until then, stay safe, have fun.